Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with another 12 by 12 layout for you. And as has been a couple of our other videos that you've seen so far, this one is also for a challenge in the Scraptember Facebook group. We're doing an online crop this weekend when you're watching this video, and this challenge is a mood board. You did see it flash up on the screen just before. It is obviously over in the Scraptember Facebook group. If you want a closer look at that mood board and you fancy some challenges and playing along, love to have you. Come on over. We've got prizes for each of the challenges. There's 10 of them. There's going to be a lot of fun things going on. This particular challenge is sponsored by Jess and I, the Scrappy Sisters. And so we've got a voucher up for grabs to an online scrapbooking store. So come and hang out with us and have some fun. So the mood board, this is a loose, this is a very loose inspiration. The mood board had some circles, which I think are actually umbrellas. Jess made the mood board, so I don't know if they are umbrellas, but that's what they look like to me in the image. But then the circles reminded me that I had this specialty Vicky Booten specialty paper in my How to Kill a Kit with Style this month, and it's the kind of pie chart one. You probably have seen it. It's been around for a while. It's an older collection, but it's really cute, and I'd used half of it. And I'd fussy cut all of the circles, or I'd fussy cut half of the circles. And so I thought, I really like that. I'm going to fussy cut the other half of the circles to use. And then I saw that I had these photos. I had this Vicky Booten pre-made mixed media background already. The photos are of Lincoln, Addison and myself and my mum and dad. And my parents have the use of a friend's boat, which is moored where they live in country Victoria, on the lakes, and Lincoln had never been on a boat before and he wanted to go. Now it was freezing cold, it was raining and drizzling, and so Dad said, we're not going to drive it anywhere, the weather's not great, but let's go down, we'll take a picnic lunch, we can eat on the boat, but we won't actually leave the jetty. And Lincoln had a ball. I was like, it's a little boring for the rest of us, but Lincoln had a great time. He was driving the boat, and it was exploring. It's not a very big boat, it's just a small little boat. You can sleep in it, it can sleep two people, and it's got that tiny little kitchenette thing, and a little bench seat to sit on. So it's lovely, and we had a great time. So he's very keen to go back and actually go out on the boat. Anyway, that's the background behind the photos. The Vicky Booten mixed media paper has a kind of blue background, and then it looks like she's done like the straw technique where you've got ink and then you blow through the straw, so you get the kind of bubbles, which really reminded me of water. So I thought it was perfect. And then the circles, I don't know, they're not really that relevant to the photos, but I just liked the colour that it brought in. And we're kind of just going with it. I'm just doing it. I'm creating kind of 3-ish clusters with these circles, and then I do very, very, very little else. Almost nothing else, in fact, to this layout. I add a title with these really old vacation-themed thickers, which we don't actually even call holidays vacations here in Australia. That's not, generally speaking, what they're called. We call them holidays, going away. Sometimes we say getaway. That's the title I end up using. But vacation is not a word that we use in Australia. I mean, obviously, we know the word. It's just not, typically speaking, how we refer to our holidays. So I've had a bit of trouble using these stickers. We are technically away. We don't live near my parents. We're about 3.5 hours away. So we don't get down there very often. And so it was a holiday for the kids and I. Danny wasn't with us. We actually went midweek, I think. Danny was away, mate. No, maybe he was on school camp or something. And I just thought, having both the kids by myself, might as well go down to visit my parents and they can give me a hand. And it was great. We should do it more often, but it's so hard, life. It's just so busy. And my parents also come up to Melbourne a lot. So they come and visit us, multiple times in the month sometimes. So we see them all the time, which does make it even less of a sense of urgency for us to get down to visit them. So anyway, I'm making excuses. So really I'm just sticking everything down. Now, I do use my ATG gun to adhere these. It is vellum. If you look super, super closely, particularly the circles that are adhered onto the photos, you can see the adhesive, but you really have to be looking. Because the colour on the vellum is fairly opaque, it's not 100% opaque, but it's quite concentrated. It really does hide the glue. So I was perfectly happy sticking it down with my double-sided tape, and I think works a treat. So yeah, I'm pretty much done. As I said, I'm adding my title. I do very little embellishing. I add a few little phrases. There wasn't much on the thicker sheet that I could use really, but I wanted to add a little bit more and bring in a little more of that kind of texture of the puffy, yeah, like thicker. So yeah, I'm adding a couple of little word strips in, love, fun, and then there's one little love hearts, little banners, and then one down the bottom that says ready to go. And that's it, I'm done. So everything about our hop will be linked in the description box down below, so feel free to come and join us. It's free, you know, we're just running it for fun in our group. So yeah, the more the merrier. Come on over. You can submit your challenges to win prizes, pop them in the albums in the Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Here's my close-up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots more videos coming at you this weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye.